Hi, Hanni here. Let's talk about how you can keep your spirits high in a time of crisis. Through life we go through challenging times. Not that often, but when they hit, things get really hard. And please know that I understand how deeply your life may be impacted right now, and I'm thinking and praying for you that everything will be in order for you. For Joyville, it is and has been our purpose that we show you how you can experience joy in every aspect of your life. And in the time of crisis, this is even more so important than ever. Let's talk first about the notion of being in fear and why this is so bad for your body. Please know that your body actually doesn't know the difference between you having an emotion of fear because of a thought that you have, or you being in fear because something is actually happening physically into your life right now. So if you're worried about something potentially happening in the future, your body is experiencing it as it actually would be happening right now. And the implication of that is that you're creating a cocktail of hormones in your body that is full of cortisol and full of adrenaline, with over time both of these hormones impacting your level of inflammation, increasing your level of inflammation in the body, and restricting blood flow to some very vital organs such as your heart and your digestion. So know that your thoughts can physically make you sick. Now, I'm not proposing that we all just stick our head into the sand and just ignore whatever crises are happening. But here's what I am proposing. First, be objective about the challenge that you're personally facing and create a strategy to the best of your ability that you know of right now on how to do so. Think through the ins and outs and how you're going to make this happen. Create a plan B if even need be. But once you have the plan and you can start putting in action, the part that I want you to stop doing is actually worrying about it, either working or not working, and understand that this is maybe easier said than done, but that is really ultimately your goal. There is a myth that if you're worried about an event happening in the future, that the more you think and worry about it, that by the time you were potentially getting to that worst case scenario, that you're already prepared for it and that it won't feel as tragic. And that's a myth. It still will be tragic, regardless if you spend the time between today and this potential worst case scenarios worrying about it, or if you spend that same amount of time being at peace and being present in the moment. So then let's talk about how you can keep your spirits high in a time of crisis. The first thing that I encourage you to do is to keep your social connections. Keep talking to your friends and your family members. And even if you can't meet with them in person, connect with them on the phone, connect with them on a video conference call. I just did this with my two best friends and we laughed so much. It felt so good by the time we got off this phone call. And it is important that we do acknowledge our emotions and the fears that we have. It's important that we express that. If we don't express them, they're still within us. So it's important that we do talk them out. But even when you talk to your friends and to your family members, find a moment where you can then switch the conversation into a more positive view of the world. Find a way to end the conversation on a high, that you walk away inspired and calmed. The second thing that I would encourage you is to really have open communication with the people that you trust, if this is now your spouse or it is a really good friend. And what I mean by that is, have you ever gone to bed and your brain is just circling over and over about a concern, and then the next morning you wake up and you think, actually that wasn't even that bad of a situation. I don't even know why I spend so much time worrying about it. And the same really happens if you connect with someone who you trust and you express what truly actually is that you're fearful of. Often when you express these emotions, you realize that your worst case scenario is maybe so unlikely, but also that you would have so much support in case even that was to happen. So do communicate openly. The third thing that I would recommend in a time of crisis, especially if it's a national crisis or even a worldwide crisis, is to limit your view on television and the news. Why? Again, I'm not proposing that you stick your head in the sand. It's important that we stay in touch. But if you have your TV running on the news station 24/7, is it really going to add value, or is it going to put you more on the edge? And I'm saying it's putting you more on the edge. Because every time you hear about somebody's impact on the crisis, or how somebody in another country, something is happening, your body is automatically prone to create a plan B for yourself. You start to internalize that situation, that something happened for somebody else, to your own life. And it's important that we have empathy, but first and foremost, you got to protect your own psyche right now. You got to protect your own mind right now. So limit the amount of news that you're watching. And the fourth thing is really about having faith and being in the present moment. Having faith implies that you have trust about the future without even knowing what the future is. I know we want to control things so much, but we all know we're not in control. We're not. And so therefore, the best thing that you can do is to really focus on the present moment. If you have your kids at home, focus about being and spending time with them. If you are alone, maybe go outside and go for walks in nature and see how much beauty is still there. Just be in the present moment. Those are some of the things that I would recommend that you do. I know today's video was a little bit longer than usual, but I'm very passionate about you experiencing joy in every aspect of your life. And so please know that Joyville is here for you. I'm here for you. If you need anything, please just give us a call. And on that note, today on tea, how else could it be? I'm enjoying a chamomile lavender tea. It's one that calms the nerves. And so, yeah, we use every tool in the toolbox for us to stay optimistic, enjoy life, and stay calm. And that's what I want for you too. So stay jovial. I'll see you soon. Bye.